If you think this is a quick action adventure movie or a quick tip for better video making, you are right. Our first tip is about underwater action cams like the one we use to show you SteadyIT at work. So the tip is, test your cam's underwater focus while it's still under warranty, like we should have done in Hawaii to avoid the surprise that we got. Just saying. Now, for those looking to make better video and photo creations, the short story starts with a handheld camera to show you how much camera shake can be eliminated with the simple attachment of SteadyIT. The short story begins with these two electronically identical cameras with very primitive stabilizers of their own. The story continues with these exact same cameras that now have SteadyIT attached. To give you an idea of just how much shake that SteadyIT alone can remove, we turn this camera's own built-in stabilizer off. Over here, you see a handheld camera with one of the best internal stabilizers on the market. No matter how great that stabilizer is, you can see that the quick attachment of SteadyIT will give you better video with less effort and less attention than needed for handheld shooting. End of story. So, how much do you think that a SteadyIT should cost? TLI? Too little information? SteadyIT was designed and built by Advantage Video to give their own productions an edge over the competition. To achieve this edge, one of the design requirements was that SteadyIT would need to work as easy for a pro as it would for a tourist, because last-minute substitute camera operators need to be up and running in seconds, not hours. So, for the complete story, we came here to the weekly Garden Grove car show with the SteadyIT Classic, because it can hold this entire lineup of camcorders. The camera operator also wore a body cam to show you SteadyIT at work. The first camera in the lineup has one of the best internal stabilizers on the market. Cameras 3 and 4 are electronically identical units from 2009 to show you how much raw stabilizing power SteadyIT will add to any camera. To drive that point home, we disabled the built-in stabilizer on this one. For your reference, cameras 2 and 5 are a popular 2010 consumer and 2010 professional camera. We selected all these cameras so that you can easily see the best and worst case improvement possibilities for your camera. Every video sample you'll see is made by the Canon HFG40, unless you see a camera model number on your screen. This lets you know what your older, comparable consumer cameras could be doing for you. Take another look at how much shake SteadyIT will take from a shaky hand. Take a good look, because now that this camera is on the SteadyIT with the others, you can see how SteadyIT can leverage your camera's own internal stabilizer for really good video on the move. We'll give you a few seconds to see what you can expect from your good, better, and best built-in stabilizers when SteadyIT is attached. As we move to other locations, you'll want to remember that anywhere you sit, stand, walk, or swim becomes your camera platform. The gold standard for a rock-steady camera platform is a concrete and steel bridge on a movie location. In winter, the other gold standard is the frozen lake under the bridge. For the rest of us on the move, there's SteadyIT. So, what does SteadyIT do, especially when you're cramped for space? Using the SteadyIT Traveler is a great way to blend into a crowd like an amateur while shooting like a pro. In situations like this, the SteadyIT Traveler is your camera's ticket to a smoother ride, and your own ticket to less fatigue.
As you can tell, I'm picking up a load shop in this area. Please ensure your seatbelt's securely fastened. Thank you.
No matter how shaky your ride / camera platform, SteadyIT puts a firm grip on the passing scenery. The grip also works just as well on the road from Key West to Miami as it does on the road to anywhere. Want to show your four-wheel platform drive? I mean, Jeep ride into the rugged backcountry of Catalina Island? Look at the shake in the platform. Look at the grip on the scenery. Not impressed with the grip on the scenery? Take another look at the platform. A ride like this is a job for the SteadyIT traveler or any SteadyIT. The SteadyIT 2 is for anyone who wants to switch quickly between better roves and better close-ups. All SteadyIT models make it easy to keep things centered for as long as you want to shoot. As you can see, this bridge isn't exactly the most stable platform to stand on. Once extended into a selfie mode, the SteadyIT 2 gives your audience the impression that you might be walking on concrete. You might remember the G10 and how it didn't have the best stabilizer. Look how well it does with any SteadyIT.
Look how high it's going.
Now for those of you who think we slipped in a G40 on these shots, just remember that United Airlines quit using this paint job long before the G40 came on the market. The first home video cameras were over 10 pounds and shoulder mounted, which made these cameras famous for being naturally stable. SteadyIT's design was inspired by those old school cameras to give you the best of both worlds, which is the addition of the old school shoulder mount to the small size, lightweight, and internal stabilization of a new camera. Using the most famous monorail as a platform, you can see how well a camera with SteadyIT in the 21st century compares to one of the first home video cameras of the 20th century. Those same cameras that were famous for being stable.
You're riding aboard the Mark III, an advanced design.
Objects underwater appear to be roughly 25% closer than they appear on land. This, along with the density of water, is why handheld and even body-mounted underwater cameras can easily be shaken into amateur-looking video. Those of you with tripod-mountable underwater cameras will love the performance and convenience of using the SteadyIT Classic. With SteadyITs being made of environmentally friendly wood, the Classic can easily add stabilization to any underwater video camera or housing without the corrosive risks suffered by the typical stabilizer. The flat shape of SteadyIT, along with duct tape, will allow quick and secure mounting of any housing that lacks a tripod mount. Notice the underwater close-ups that you can get without scaring the fish. The same close-ups that you can't get with head-mounted cameras. Back on land, SteadyIT has the same non-threatening effect on small children. Every professional knows that the best images of children are captured from the eye level of that child. For camera work with children, SteadyIT eliminates the time and disruption of crouching down, while adding quality to your camera work. The SteadyIT is unique in that it doesn't look like a commercial product because it's made of wood for easy modification. So, which SteadyIT do you need? The SteadyIT Traveler is for those looking for better video from a stabilizer that is small and lightweight. A camera case is a nice accessory for it. The SteadyIT 2 is for those looking for the best combination of roving, zooming, and following. The SteadyIT Classic is for those who want a tripod-mounted stabilizer and/or underwater stabilizer. On land, it also improves roving, zooming, and following. The SteadyIT Classic is also for someone who wants to capture the happy couple and guest reactions with only one hand. A quick-release tripod adapter is a good addition to this particular SteadyIT. The production kit contains all three SteadyITs for you to meet any challenge. Now we have a couple of questions for you. Remembering how much stabilization a SteadyIT will add to your camera, question 1. What would you expect to pay for each individual SteadyIT model? Question number 2. What would you expect to pay for all 3 SteadyITs in a bundle? Your answers will determine if we can bring SteadyIT to your favorite store. Please put your answers in the comments section or email reply. Thank you.